Is such a stunning victory for Manchester City. Now, these rules are very, very controversial. They were brought in 2009. As far as UEFA are concerned, they think these financial fair play rules have worked. They point to figures, for instance, saying that in 2011, for instance, clubs in Europe lost combined £1.6 billion. 6 years later, UEFA say because of financial fair play being introduced, those same clubs made a profit of £500 million. So as far as UEFA are concerned, these rules are here to stay. But if you look at this victory, stunning victory by Manchester City, it means that there have to be question marks about the future of financial fair play. Is it more trouble than it's worth? Because we're seeing so many of these cases being dragged out and going to the court of arbitration for sport that you have to say, is it time for UEFA to go back to the drawing board and look at these rules again? One other point to make as well is, let's not forget that the Premier League are also investigating whether Manchester City have broken their own financial fair play rules, and that investigation is ongoing as well. So that is something to look to in the future as well.
Well, the way that the rules operate is that if a football club has a commercial contract with anybody directly or indirectly connected to the owners, then that has to be assessed by what we refer to as a fair market panel as to whether if I have a contract with my son for him to wash my car and he's charging me £10,000 a year, they might say, well, that looks a bit steep. So therefore they're going to do the same in respect of all contracts between football clubs. And the definition of an associated party is much broader than the historic one, which has operated in the Premier League. It's much broader than that of UEFA, and it's much broader than that of the accounting rules. So therefore, more people potentially can be caught in the net.
Why did the Premier League then vote to implement that implement them in February? It wasn't it?
Yes, I mean the Premier League confirmed in February the new rules, but this is actually sort of carrying on from rules which were introduced very shortly after Newcastle United was acquired by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund. That appeared to be a knee-jerk reaction from the clubs in the Premier League who were concerned that Newcastle United would sign commercial contracts with partners and with sponsors in the Middle East, which would be at the upper end of the scale, and therefore that would give Newcastle a competitive advantage. So that was seen as effectively shutting down to a certain extent Newcastle's ability, and Manchester City were interested observers at that point. They weren't keen on the change of rules then, and they are now deciding to move a couple of years later to see how things go on a forward basis.